Okay, so we've just come out the game at the London Stadium, and it is windy. And I want to say a big thank you to the members that have subscribed to my channel. Help me invest in this mic, so that we hope that the sound quality when it's windy is a lot better. I'm joined today by Paul and Chris. I'm going to go to Paul first, mate. Thoughts on that game?
Thoughts on the game? We got it wrong with the team selection and also the intent. I think West Ham recently have had not the best run, and they probably were there for the taking. And we seem to come out with the mindset that we just didn't want to concede the first goal. We're just going to keep it tight, see what happens. But I think we could have been a bit more progressive in the first half. We offered very little, created nothing actually in the first half, and I think that was one of the reasons that we didn't win the match today.
Very disappointing. Chris, what do you think? Would you concur with Paul?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, we had so much of the ball in the second half, yet the goalies had one shot to save, and that was in the 86th minute.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough. I think the subs made a difference when they came on, definitely, but by then it was too late.
Well, absolutely. The story of the game is obviously both teams coming into this needing points in the race for Europe. The last thing you want to do is lose two games against like Arsenal and then West Ham in the race to qualify for Europe, and that's what's actually happened today. I thought one of your bugbears, Paul, is always starting slow. We did it again today, yeah? I mean, did we actually get started till the 80th minute?
No, I mean, I actually thought when the goal came, it probably was slightly against the run of play. I thought we started the second half a lot better. We seemed to be playing higher up the pitch as a unit. But yeah, we didn't actually create anything clear-cut even after that.
No.
I think it was 14 shots in the end and 60% possession, but it doesn't count for anything when you're not really working the goalkeeper or creating anything clear.
Well, exactly. I mean, actually, the stats probably don't tell the whole truth today, because Wolves apparently had 60% of the possession and 14 shots to West Ham's 13. But the quality of the chances West Ham created compared to Wolves was so much better, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. As you say, their crosses coming into the box were far more dangerous, whereas ours were very, very poor, until Neto came on and made us such a difference.
Well, actually, I think when Neto and Pedence come on, and then Raul, we started to look a lot better. But when you look at the team that we picked, you were concerned before the game, Paul. Opportunities for Trincao, for Hoover today to come in and make a name for themselves. I thought both were poor. I don't know what you think.
Struggling to see what Trincao's offering. Even if Pedence is only not quite 100% fit from the other night, then I think you play him for 60, 70 minutes and try that, because he's had plenty of chances now. He's played over 20 matches and he just does not look dangerous at all. And as for Hoover, is he really a right wing back? Is he better off? I think he was signed really as a right-sided centre-back, someone who could offer a bit of pace and cover in that position.
He doesn't seem to want to go past the player, does he?
No, and he doesn't pop up in the box either or anything, so I don't think defensively he was that bad today, but I think he doesn't offer anything really going forwards, and we did miss Semedo in that position.
I mean, Chris, I want to ask you, before we get on to our performance rating and man of the match, what were your thoughts on Fabio? I thought he out of the front three, he probably looked the best. He got some shots away, he was trying, but he was a bit exposed again on his own.
Yeah, absolutely. I should hit the nail on the head there. He's playing on his own up front. Is he a centre forward that plays on his own? I don't think he is. He plays off a centre forward, and he did get 3 quality shots away, but Zuma blocked everyone.
Yeah, he did.
His marking was unbelievable, really. Another day they'd have gone in.
Well, I think Zuma thought Fabio was one of his cats. He was that close to him all the time, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's disappointing. There's a few fans that have come out saying that Europe's gone. I don't buy into that Europe's gone. I think it's a setback. There's a lot of football to be played yet. Yeah. I didn't think West Ham looked brilliant today. I just thought we were pedestrian at times. We didn't move the ball enough. We didn't seem hungry enough. We didn't close down enough. We kept giving the ball away, a lot like we did against Arsenal. Paul, I mean, maybe you'll struggle, but your performance rating and your man of the match to finish off?
Performance rating, probably have to give it 5, especially going forward. I thought we looked all right going, defensively, and I thought we kept the ball quite well in the second half, but we just didn't really offer any threat. Man of the match, I did nearly say Neto actually for his impact when he came on. I thought he was going to provide that one bit of spark, but I think I'd have to give it to Kilman. I don't think he really put a foot wrong. I think he handled Antonio well, used the ball well. I don't think you can really lay any blame at him today, and I'd go for Kilman.
And just before we get on to Chris, and I'll ask you about your first visit to the London Stadium. What are your thoughts?
It's probably one of the worst grounds I've been to in terms of atmosphere this season. It's hard to get anything going between the home and away fans. Maybe the game itself contributed to that. So in terms of atmosphere, not great. It's impressive to look at, and the concourses are pretty spacious, and the view's all right, albeit a bit far back. But overall, it's not a ground that you particularly go to for atmosphere.
No, and as I said, you were a bit further back. We were quite close to the front, actually 3 rows back, so it wasn't too bad. I think you're right, it's an impressive stadium. The facilities are quite good, but it did lack a bit of atmosphere. Chris, your man of the match and performance rating?
Performance rating, I've got to go with Paul. I'll give it a 5. Not good enough if you're going to go places and get into these European games. Man of the match, difficult, but I think Neto and Pedence for the last 15 minutes that they came on, brilliant. I'm struggling to pick anybody else out. Probably Kilman's a good shout, but he made a few mistakes in the first 20 minutes, but disappointed, I really am.
Yeah, I think we're all feeling, as Wolves fans, a little bit disappointed. You can't say that West Ham didn't deserve the victory. They did, to be fair on the whole. Wolves didn't do enough apart from the last 10-15 minutes. We didn't get the breaks. West Ham hit the bar. They had a few close shaves. We've got to step up in these type of games, and we haven't done it today, and that's the disappointing thing, I think, on the whole. The match vlog will obviously be out later. We've got extra time on Monday night, and we've got a very, very special guest on a special podcast, so look out for that. Make sure you subscribed later on this week. Smash a like on the video, leave your comments. I'm going to go and concur with with Paul and Chris, and I'm going to give a performance rating of 5. I'm struggling to find a man of the match as well. So just for the sake of giving one, I'm going to give it to Pedence, Bonanza, as my dad likes to call him, just for the last 10-15 minutes, because outside of that, and if I'm giving him a man of the match for someone that's come on for 10-15 minutes, you can tell the performance hasn't been great. So final thoughts from the London Stadium. It's finished West Ham 1, Wolves 0. Leave your thoughts below, and we go on to the next one against Crystal Palace next Saturday. Always Wolves.
Cheers.